Hi there, welcome to Sukkos before Sukkos. Today we're going to be continuing in Perek Gimel with Mishna Yud. As we've seen before, there's a very close connection between the lulav and the esrog and halo, and that's why we shake the lulav and esrog during the halo. Our Mishnah here continues with the theme of halo per se. The way it was in the times of the Mishnah, often if someone was not able to say the halo, which was an obligation to say at certain times of the year, someone would say it for them, and they would answer to him, answer Amen, or whatever it is, as we'll see in our Mishnah, and thereby fulfill their obligation of saying the Halal, similar to the way that we do Kriyas HaTorah and Mikra Megillah, reading on Megillah these days. And this is what the Mishnah talks about. The Mishnah begins, Misha hoya eved oy isha oy koton makrin osoi. If the person, the adult male, was unable to read the Halal properly, and he took an eved, a slave or a woman, a cotton or a minor, all these people are exempt from reading the Halal, and he took them to Makrin Osoi, and they would read it out for him. He must repeat after them whatever they say, so he has to repeat phrase for phrase exactly as they say it. But nevertheless, says the Mishnah, literally that means, and let it be a curse upon him. If he was compelled to resort to such a means in order to fulfill his obligation, it should be a curse for him for being so ignorant and not being able to read it on his own, and having to come to a young child reading it and him reading, responding after him. If an adult was reciting for him, so here he's using another male adult reciting for him, what must he respond? What must he say? Oina acharav hallelujah. What he responds is he says the hallelujah after him. He says after each verse, he says hallelujah, the word hallelujah, which is an affirmation. After verse 1, hallelujah. After the second verse, hallelujah, and so on. The Mishnah says, Mishnah Yud Aleph says, Mokim shenagu lichpo, in a place where the custom is to repeat. Now we know that the Hallel, especially the last chapter of the Hallel, Kuf Yud Ches, is quite repetitive. For example, you have Hoylul Hashem Ki Toiv Ki Lo'olam Chazdoi, and you have that a number of times, Ki Lo'olam Chazdoi, Ki Lo'olam Chazdoi, 4 times. And therefore you have towards the end of the Hallel, we repeat many of the different verses, Oitcha Hashem, Ki Anisoni, and a few of the others, all the way through till the very end of the Hallel is repetitive. And it says, Mokim shenagu lichpo, in a place where the custom was to repeat, as is our custom today. Yichpo, he should repeat. He has to follow the custom of the place. Livshoit, where the custom is to recite as is. Livshoit literally means to spread out and say it the way it is. Yivshoit, he should spread it out and do it as is. Levorach achrov, in a place where the custom was to make a bracha afterwards, which is our custom today as well, where we say the Yahalucha Hashem Kol Masecha, and that paragraph which ends off with the bracha, Baruch Atah Hashem Melech Muhulo Batishbachos, Yevorach Akrav, he recites a bracha after it. Hakol Kamineg Hamdino, everything must be done in accordance with the local custom of the place, and that is the way that we do things today. The Mishnah carries on with the theme of the lulav and esrog in the Shemitah year. In the year of Shemitah, the 7th year, when certain produce and things from the field are forbidden, we're not allowed to benefit from them, we're not allowed to eat from them, there's an issue with the esrog being from Shemitah. Now the rule is that not only are fruits from the Shemitah year forbidden, but also money which was used in buying something from a Shemitah year. So if someone bought an esrog with money, an esrog which was in the year of Shemitah, that money which the proceeds of such a sale cannot be used either. The rule of this doesn't apply to, because the lulav is considered to be a part of a tree, which is like the bark of a tree, which the laws of Shemitah don't apply to. The Mishnah says, Halakech lulav mechaver b'shvis. If someone purchases a lulav from his friend during Shemitah, which is okay, just the lulav, but he wants to buy the whole complete set, the lulav and the esrog, it says that noisin like esrog b'matana, he, the seller, must give him the esrog as a gift. Because it's forbidden to purchase it during the Shemitah. He cannot buy the esrog during the Shemitah year, and therefore he has to give it to him. If the person is unwilling to give the esrog, then what should be done is that he should raise the price for the lulav, and it's considered like he's paying a lot for the lulav, but really that's called havlah. He's swallowing in the price of the esrog into that overall price of the lulav, and thereby he is not, that person getting the money, the seller is not going to be getting Shemitah money, which would be forbidden to use in that year, the proceeds of such a sale, because it is just the price for the lulav. Mishnah Beis continues. Bari Shoina, originally the way that it worked was Hayalulav Nitol B'Mikdash Shiva. The lulav was taken to shake in the Beis Hamikdash for 7 days. Ubimdino Yom Echad, but outside of the Beis Hamikdash was only 1 day. Look, the pasuk says, you should take for you on the first day, which applies everyone, wherever they are, should take the lulav on the first day. But that only says b'yom rishon, on the first day. Later on, the pasuk says, "Usmachtem," you should be glad lifnei Hashem elekeichem shivas yomim, in front of Hashem your God for shivas yomim for 7 days, which implies that the mitzvah to take the lulav in front of Hashem, which means in front of Hashem is in the Beis Hamikdash, where Hashem's presence is. That is something which applies for all 7 days. And therefore, Barishoina, originally the way that it worked is that in the Beis Hamikdash that would take the lulav for 7 days. Outside of the Beis Hamikdash, which means even literally outside of Beis Hamikdash, even within Yerushalayim itself, according to most opinions, the lulav was only shook 1 day. But Mishachara Beis Hamikdash, when the Beis Hamikdash was destroyed, Hiskin Rabban Yochanan ben Zakkai, amongst the various decrees which Rabban Yochanan ben Zakkai, ordinances and decrees which he put into place, he instituted that the lulav should be taken and shook even outside of the Beis Hamikdash. Everywhere should be taken, that we should shake the lulav for 7 days to remember the way things were in the Beis Hamikdash. And literally the entire day of waving be forbidden. In the time of the Beis Hamikdash, the day of waving refers to the Omer offering, which is brought on the 16th of Nisan. Now, all new produce was not allowed to be used until that Korban Omer had been brought on the second day of Pesach. However, immediately after the Korban Omer was brought, it would be permitted to use all new new produce from the ground. He decreed that the entire day should be Asur, which means the entire day of the 16th after the time of the Beis Hamikdash would be Asur, and this is explained in Maseches Rosh Hashanah, a different place. So we look forward to seeing you tomorrow for another piece of Sukkos before Sukkos. We'll continue with Mishnah Yud Gimel. Have a wonderful day.